Hello everybody and welcome to another mystery box function challenge. In the purple mystery box there is some math and your challenge is to figure out what it is. You can try this out, use the link in the description, and when you've got an idea come on back and see if we get the same thing. Alright, let's begin with a 0. Okay, 0 gives us -1. How about a 1? And 1 gives us -2. How about a 2? 2 gives us -3. So far it looks like we have a line sloping downward. Let's go out a little bit further. Let's go to a 6. And that appears to be on the line. So maybe we just have a linear function. This would be a slope of -1 because it goes down 1 for every one it goes over. And the y-intercept is -1, so that would be f of x equals -x minus 1. But maybe this is an absolute value function, so we should test some other points. Let's do some negatives. Well, that still looks like a line. How about -2? Still a line. Let's go way over, maybe -7. Oh, okay, now it does look like an absolute value function. So we need to find the vertex of that. So what does it look like? Could that be -3? I think so. Let's try -4. Yeah, and there it starts to go down again. So we've got an absolute value function, that classic V shape of the absolute value function. A couple of things have been done to it. So one is that it's downward opening, so it's kind of upside down. So we've got a negative sign. And then, let's see, I don't think there's a multiplier in this because the slopes of the lines here, this one is a slope of -1, this one is a slope of +1. So our multiplier would just be 1, which we don't even need to write. So no multiplier there. But it has been moved over. So it's been moved in a negative direction 3 spaces and in a positive direction 2 spaces. So when we're moving left and right, that goes inside the absolute value bracket. And in this case, it's going to be the opposite sign. And when we move up and down, you keep the same sign and put it outside the bracket. So I think this is the absolute value. Oops, I forgot the negative sign. Absolute value of x plus 3 and then plus 2 on top of that. So let's see if this actually works, if I got confused along the way or if it's matching the points. Let's try with the vertex first. So if I put in a -3 here, I'm going to get 0. A -0 is still a 0. I add 2, I get 2. Let's put in a -4. So a negative absolute value of -4 plus 3, oops, plus 2. So -4 plus 3 is 1. Absolute value of that is or sorry, this is -1. Absolute value of that is +1, but then we put the negative sign on. So it's -1 plus 2. That should give us 1, and that's where we are for -4. We got -4, 1 there. So that looks good. Let's test one more point. Let's test this one way out here where we've got 6. So a negative absolute value of 6 plus 3 plus 2. Well, 6 plus 3 is 9, and the absolute value of 9 is 9. And then we put the negative sign on it, and then add 2. -9 plus 2 is -7. That is what we're getting, 6, -7 there. So I think we've got this. Let's take a look. Yeah, so that's the negative absolute value of x plus 3 plus 2. And we can graph it as well. And there's that classic V, a downward opening V for this negative absolute value function. Well, how did that go for you? Were you thinking linear, or did you figure out that this was an absolute value? Let me know. Thanks, everybody.